Hello, everybody. It's the Desert Cardinal here, coming to you from El Paso, Texas, USA. I hope you all are doing well. Um, I just want to do a update with you guys and let you know how things are going with me. Um, I have a condition, they call it um, paradoxal supraventricular tachycardia, which is a fancy way of saying I have a high heart rate. And uh, just simple things, taking a shower, going to the bathroom, putting my clothes on, tying my shoes, you name it, it gets real difficult to do it because your heart rate gets so high, you get exhausted really quickly. And so next Thursday, I'm going to go and have what they call a cardiac ablation, where they go in through your groin on both sides, the arteries on both sides, and they go up to your heart. They map out your heart with a computer and try to find the places where the electrical conduction in your heart is looping. And then once they find that place, then they can actually use a radio wave and a radio frequency and burn that area that's causing the loop. And then usually what happens is they close one loop and then another one opens up. And they close another one and then another one. And they just, like last time I had the procedure, I think they did it like 14 times, I want to say. And I'm looking forward to after, but I'm not looking forward to before. Um, you're dealing with your heart. It's a standard procedure. It's outpatient. Um, Although I may have to stay overnight because he fitted me in, but it's kind of late in the day that he's doing it, so I may end up having to stay overnight, just depending on how things go. Um, but usually it's outpatient. You're in one day, out the same day, and you're dealing with your heart. You get worried, and and I think too, being uh, bipolar or with a mental illness, um, the mind is even more uh, magic magnifying mind of worst case scenario, and not so much maybe the bipolar, but more the anxiety, you know. And then it just opens up a whole can of worms all around anyway. And so I've had to be really careful over the last few days with what I do, which is why I haven't been able to make a video because I just haven't just I've just felt bad, and I just haven't had the oomph or whatever it is to record a video. And I'm sorry for you guys because I know there's some of y'all that watch faithfully, and I appreciate that so much. And so be patient with me. Hopefully, um, I guess this time next week, I'll be done, and um, and then hopefully I'll be back to normal. Um, it's so exhausting. It's just incredibly exhausting. Um, you know, I don't know how to describe it. Um, like when like, if you've ever used a wheelbarrow and you fill it up with like a bunch of dirt and you're moving it back and forth and you're going back and forth, from like your front yard where the pile of dirt is. Then you shovel it into the wheelbarrow and then you take the wheelbarrow around back, then you dump it out, and then you take it back, and then you do it again. Well, that's kind of what it feels like all the time. Um, that you know that I've been doing that kind of like that heavy lifting, all the time, just all the time, and it gets incredibly, incredibly, incredibly old, and uh, very tiring, very tiring, and it's hard because with the bipolar and all that stuff, it it's easy to be triggered, and I've been a little more snappy with my kids. There probably should be, um, taking things a little more too seriously than I should be, um, and 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 that's the thing in any deal that we go through in life. Um, if you suffer from a mental illness, it's all about trying to cope with whatever that situation is. So then our symptoms, um, from our mental illness won't persist. And there's some symptoms that just persist for everyone. Like for me, the persistent symptoms I have are hallucinations. No matter what I do, no matter what medicine I take, no matter what I eat or what I don't eat or whatever, um, that's a persistent symptom that I have. And stress, anxiety, um, excitement, um, any of those kind of things tend to aggravate, that persistent symptom. And so the key is in the midst of like what you're going through, or like what I'm going through, um, is to find a skill or a way to cope with whatever it is that's going on, so those persistent symptoms, um, won't be triggered, even to be worse than what they already are. If that makes sense or not, I don't know. Um, so yeah, um, so it hasn't been fun. Um, I'm anxious to get it over with, and gotta wait a week. It's gonna be a long week, so I might come on here and vent to you guys on how things are going. Um, so anyway, um, give a shout out to V. Love you. Thank you for watching. Um, my email is desertrainbow66 at gmail.com. Desertrainbow66 at gmail.com. Feel free to email me. My name is Paul West. You can reach me on Facebook. Um, yeah, Twitter at Desert Panther 66. So anyway, hope you guys have a good night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.